In 1820, the Danish physicist Hans Ørsted discovered that electricity could cause a magnetic effect. During a demonstration, he brought a compass near a wire that had an electric current flowing through it. The needle spun in a new direction. He found this to be very unusual, as compass needles always pointed north and south. With further experimentation, he found that electricity flowing through a wire created a magnetic effect. An electromagnet can be made with some simple materials. An iron nail, some wire, and a battery can be used to make an electromagnet. Wind the wire around the nail. Attach the ends of the wire to the battery, and the electricity flowing through the wire creates a magnetic field around the wire and nail. The domains of the atoms in the nail are temporarily lined up to form a temporary magnet. When one of the ends of the wire is disconnected, the flow of electrons stops and the magnetism stops. Electromagnets are used in various ways. Doorbells use electromagnets. Notice the coiled wires and the way they attract the doorbell flapper when the electricity is applied. There are electromagnets in a phone receiver that change the electric signals into sound waves. There are electromagnets in many motors. This motor has magnets with a drive shaft between them that contains the electromagnets. Here's an experiment conducted at the Museum of Science in Boston to illustrate the power of an electromagnet. The power drill has been set up with a handle or crank in its bit. The batteries are removed, and instead wires are attached from the drill motor to a light bulb and to the coil of wire of an electromagnet. Using the crank, the electric motor becomes a generator, as demonstrated by the light bulb. You could run a series of experiments to test what factors affect the strength of the electromagnet. Does the size of the iron core affect the strength? How about the number of turns of wire? Or maybe the strength or voltage of the battery used will determine the strength of the electromagnet. Set up an experiment to test all these variables one at a time.